Listen.
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me?
Yeah.
Famous?
Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Can't get enough baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
There's no human being on the planet I'd rather be talking to right now. Actually, at any time, my entire life, than Roman Anthony.
Let's go.
Has anyone ever said that to you besides me?
Probably not. No.
So there you
Maybe
go.
my mom. That's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? All right. Well, listen, I have to believe you. All right. So I'm get ready for the cliche question, right? Which is, what have you learned? Like now that I know it's a heavy question.
Yeah.
But please try to offer the insight that I can't possibly get because I have not been in your shoes. What have you learned?
Yeah, I think just first big league camp, taking care of my body, how much we actually play, and how much we travel. Florida spring training, I think you get a lot of longer road trips than you expected. So I think just quick turnarounds, long days, feels a little bit more in season I would say. So I think this spring was just a good learning lesson for me on how to take care of my body and be able to play.
Because when you're doing last year, you're not doing that.
No, yeah, it's more of a schedule that is, you're on certain days every single day and you kind of know what you're getting, and you don't play games every day. The workload's managed a little different. So I think being here, just really learning how to take care of myself and get ready to play every day and take care of my work here, and then a day like today.
You know what you can't do? When they give you the food on the road to get on the bus, they used to give Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
They still do that.
I know. Yeah. I guess you have metabolism, right? you actually did you gain the 10 pounds back?
For the most part, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't say all 10, but actually, honestly, where I'm at right now, gained most of it back and feel good. So.
Where did you come to camp in terms of weight-wise?
Right around 220.
Where did you come to camp last year weight-wise?
Around 208 probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
And body fat percentage?
Last time I checked, it was it was low. It was 5 point something.
What?
Yeah, it was. But I don't think it was right. I think I'm more. I think it was because I was sick and it was low.
It's a good time to measure it, though.
Yeah, not a good time to measure weight, though. But
but body. So where were you body fat percentage last? Or do the minor leagues? They do not do that. They can't afford the body fat percentage thing.
No, they do. It's on an in-body scale. I think it was similar.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hovering right around under 10%. So
we didn't have anything in common.
Yeah. Me and you, we're the same body fat.
Exact same thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
So the travel, yes. All right. You played random. I remember you played in a game in Sarasota last year, random Grapefruit League games. You've been running out there a lot this year, right? Yeah. Who is the pitcher that you faced in spring training this year that you're oh shit, this is pretty good?
Yeah, good timing, because I think it was yesterday.
Really?
Pablo Lopez. I think
he
was. I mean, everyone knows how good he is, but I think just the way he pitched me, and
you're oh shit, this is what the
sequences is. Because I faced a lot of big league guys now, and then to me, I'm always it's the same. It's same game, same thing, just maybe a little different, maybe a little harder, maybe more physical guys. But I think yesterday was cool. Had a really good first at bat, took a walk, and then just the way he adjusted off of that, and that was. Now that we're later into spring training, these pitchers are starting to throw more. Because in the beginning of spring training, you might see a starter once, and it's all right.
Yeah, they're working on stuff, and yeah.
And then you get to the end of spring training, you face a guy like that yesterday who throws 6 innings, and it's okay, this is, as this guy goes along and settles in, he's learning And after my first at bat, like the way that he threw me and how much different it was, I think
That's crazy.
that's where you start to see like why these guys are so good.
That's
But just as a hitter, like you know you got to make adjustments off that. So, but he was really damn good yesterday.
Do you think that you've gotten significantly better in the last month and a half?
Yeah, I think just being around, you take away like, the competition I'm facing or whatever it may be. I think just being around these guys in the locker room and in the clubhouse and so many veteran guys, and I think it's almost like it's almost hard not to get better when you're around that many guys who are so damn good and have so much experience. Like it'd be hard not to get better. I think we've all gotten better. Speaking on at least the three of us, I think we've all gotten a lot better just based off of what we learned and experienced.
What is the thing? So speaking of which, I know the coffee thing, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
what has been some of the? And I know that you obviously Bregman had the lunch. What are some of the interactions that you've had that you'll remember forever?
I think just like messing around with some of these guys, and then like for me, it's been fun to just mess around with Bregman and see
People
how.
are giving you gifts all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, we got so many great guys in here. Like I could tell you probably something about each and every one of them. But to me, like being around Bregman a lot and seeing how much he really cares, being around Durant and Ref and the outfield, seeing how much they care and how much they're willing to share. And then another one that I didn't really expect because he's a pitcher, Walker. It's been funny to. We've had some fun messing around.
I don't know.
He's been fun. He's been good to me. We've shared some.
Yeah.
We've shared some good stories. So.
Can you give a good story? Can you give a good moment? I saw an interaction. Yes. Whatever. Can you share anything? Because we're here to entertain and inform and offer insight. It's okay. It's all right.
No, I think just like how competitive he is, and every time he throws, he's just like, why the hell aren't you in there? I want to strike you out. Like,
oh, okay.
Like just funny things like that, and like he's competitive, and we've had a funny relationship this spring with how we've gone back.
That's cool though, because you don't know, right? You have no idea.
Yeah.
You didn't know him at all.
Yeah.
Did you?
No, not at all.
Well,
I mean, obviously knew who he was, but didn't know him.
Well, that's the thing is that when you come in, and this is your first Major League Spring Training. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you know, everyone knows who you are, but you probably still, and you've been around the guys a little bit.
Yeah.
But you still don't know, because back in the day, Roman, they were told to go sit in the corner of the cafeteria and don't talk to us.
Yeah.
Did that dynamic surprise you, that how sort of inclusive everybody was?
Yeah, and I think for sure, but I think it all goes back to like just going in there and like trying to get to know everybody. Like I feel like I've gone out of my way and tried to, whether it's a relief pitcher, whether it's a catcher. Like,
But that's you. Like you've made that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that goes a long way with some of these guys, just not being scared to go up to them and chat them up a little bit. You know, like I said, whether it be like somebody who I don't really spend a lot of time with, like a pitcher, or you know, a guy like a catcher, or even infielders that, you know, obviously like the outfielders were always together, we're always hitting together, fielding together, like, so it can be easy to kind of, you know, branch off and not really talk to everybody because everyone's doing stuff at different times. But I think just like, you know, when you show up for breakfast, when you show up for lunch, like going to sit with a guy you don't spend a lot of time with and just getting to know a guy, I think that goes a long way. And I think especially these some of these older veteran guys, like they like that stuff.
Yeah.
To see that.
Like I said, it's not like how it used to be.
Yeah. And so just little things like that, just trying to get to know everybody, and I think that makes the whole transition to playing on the field a lot easier. When you don't feel like you're playing with a bunch of strangers, like, so it's been great though. These guys they've been awesome to the young guys. It's been fun. We've had a lot of funny experiences, and like you mentioned, the coffee.
Yeah. Tell me something about the coffee. So in case people don't know, you went and got coffee for everybody. 70. What? How many?
It was around 70 orders.
And everyone had a name on them.
Yeah. So it was 70 different transactions.
So I said this on the radio broadcast when this was brought up. if you're gonna put a name on the order, be creative. Like Eduardo Nunez back in the day, always sexy. That's
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did anyone have like? Did everyone just go like just their name?
Yeah, it wasn't so much the name that was creative. I think it was more since we had to go and get everyone's order, they went out of their way to some guys went out of their way
really?
to do some crazy orders and some confusing orders. But it was
You only got one order wrong, right?
Yeah. It was crochets, and it was actually completely on us because we, I got everyone's name, everyone's list, everyone's order, and wrote down iced or hot, and I got to him, and he was probably around the 40th guy I got, just based on how it went. And me and Marcelo are like, oh God, we didn't get hot or iced. But our mistake, he wanted cold foam on top of his coffee, and who gets cold foam on a hot coffee? And we got him hot coffee, so that was a little bit of a blunder that we had. But
it's the only time your instincts weren't keen the entire time.
Yeah. So we probably got, if we had 70 orders, we probably got 69 of them right, and we felt like it was a failure. So
listen, that's why you are who you are.
Yeah, but we told him we'll make it up to him. But he's a great guy. He was awesome. He was awesome about it. He was joking about it, so it was good.
Tell me a good story about living. You just living with Marcelo? Is this you and Marcelo? That's it?
No, we live with. There's 5 of us.
Oh, there are?
Yeah. So it's me, Marcelo, 2 guys on our minor league side, and then a guy with the Twins who was with us for a while.
Okay.
So we got a great house. It's fun.
It's great, right? Give me a good story. Like Mookie Betts drove his golf cart into a lake. Like, give me a good. And I know that like last year, Cassis took your house.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a good story.
Lately, we've been pretty spooked at our house, just because one of our roommates got his lights turned on at 3 a.m. when he was sleeping, and he freaked the whole house out. So now we're kind of just like. We're all like sitting in the movie room, just stalling, going to bed because now we're creeped out. So that's the most recent one.
So house haunted.
Yeah,
potentially.
The house could potentially be haunted, but we don't know. He kind of spooked us out a little bit because I think anyone would be a little bit freaked out if the lights.
Do you want to name who this was, or is this like a secret?
No, it was Matt Donlin.
Okay.
He's a good buddy of ours, but it was pro. He didn't wake anyone up. He just kind of wore it and then told us in the morning.
Really?
And me and Marcelo were like, "You're a better man than we are."
But there's major league hotels that have been haunted. There's one in St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
You ever heard about this? No?
I have.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't believe in them because
you're afraid of them.
I don't want one to come to my house. Prove me wrong.
That just answered the question I had. You're afraid of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. It doesn't matter. I'm not looking to be friendly with one. So, but yeah, I definitely think they're real.
All right, last question. You're very generous with your time. Thank you. I started with a cliche question. Here's another cliche question. And this is like, I want you to give the best answer that you've ever given to this.
Yeah.
Stupid, obvious question. The attention that you get from where you are in the rankings and all that stuff. Obviously, like you get to spring training. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. I know you don't care about rankings, but you get a lot of attention. Like MLB, different various outlets come in and they want to talk to you and everything else. So what has that been like for you this year?
I don't think it's been as like crazy as people would like guess, especially being in big league camp. Like I think we're always constantly doing something, and I think there's not a ton of time for it. So like I think it gets a little bit mixed up. Like I honestly, coming into last year, I think I was a top 30 prospect. I don't think it's been much different of hype than being whatever I am. So I think people think it's crazier than it is, but it's really not. It's really the same.
But you don't get heckled by that guy if you aren't that guy, right?
Yeah. I think that was a good example of and I hear it a decent amount
Do you?
at some of these games. Like being in the outfield, you expect to you go on the road and you always get those young guys who are drinking that like to let you hear it.
That must have been, though, in case people don't know, the guy was shouting overrated you said over and over again, right? Every time you get up in whatever that was, a breakout game, and you hit like a 800-foot home run.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know that you there's not much more you can say. I'm just saying congratulations to you.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it was funny. That's just not a perfect example of like there weren't really a ton of people there, and it's like a group of guys who are just bored, I guess. And we're there all 9 innings, and they let us hear it all 9 innings. But that's part of it, and it's honestly, it's fun. Like I think when you go to a place, or if you go to that breakout game, and there's maybe a few thousand people there, and it's not really hectic, and it's not like you kind of feed off of that. So I think like when I go to places, or like I like going to play on the road at Spring, and like I enjoy hearing what people have to say, because I think it's amusing. I think it's funny, and I think it's when you do something good, it's funny to see people's reactions, but it's been fun. Like I think that would be the only biggest difference, is like going to places, and now that people know that
they know
you're not like 20 or 30 anymore, you're like the top one,
right?
I think you hear it a little bit more, but it's fun. I love it.
Well, you ever talk to Jackson Holiday about it?
Yeah, I think he got it worse than me, obviously.
Did he?
He was in the big leagues.
Yeah.
And I haven't been in the big leagues yet, so I think he's probably experienced it a little more than I have. Luckily, he's an infielder, so I think as an infielder, like a middle infielder, you don't hear it as much. I know when you're in the outfield, it's like they're right on top of you, screaming in your ear. But it's fun. I enjoy it. It's honestly amusing, and sometimes I'll even turn around and give some people some credit if I hear a good one. So it's fun.
Well, congratulations. The dream is almost here, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
almost here.
Yep, I'm excited.
My dream is to leave Florida. No offense.
Yeah.
I had a very bad experience with a 7-Eleven worker the other day.
Really?
Yeah, not good. I wish I took a video of it.
You should have.
Not coherent.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, no offense to your great state. I appreciate it, but thank you.
Thank you.